right, what up? What up? What up? Dwayne, as usual. Good to see you. We in here. JD working through, but looking forward to the show. Working though. What do you do for work this late at night, JD? Tell me. Chris Brooks, my brother. What's up? It's a gangster ass icon, Chris. I'm gonna zoom in on it. Yeah, man. I wouldn't fuck with you. You know what though? You look like gangster, but you also look like you gotta sing a girl an R&B joint to get some, you'll do it. Versatile. Versatility. Errol Spence needs to retire from boxing. That's a random thing to say. Might be true, but random. Random. Facts. See? I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Hold the Thule, but also sing some Jodeci. He knows. Kevin Lamar, what up, brother? What up? What up? In an interview, he said for the new welterweight champion of the world. I know. It wasn't an interview. It was when he took the stage. You guys know I know Derek James personally, right? So Derek has told me that Errol hates this kind of stuff. So I think he probably got nervous. I think he gets nervous when he like has to public speak and shit. Isn't it weird? Somebody could go out there and fight and not be nervous and do that, but when they have to speak, that always I never understood people who get public speaking anxiety. Like my wife gets that way. I've boxed. I did stand up briefly, but I don't get talking and shit, getting knocked out in front of somebody. That's scary to me. But some people just something about public speaking scares them. I think that's probably what happened. I'm in San Diego. I work as an executive production out on Rancho. Oh, word? Executive protection? The fuck does that mean? Like a security? What the hell's executive protection? You in the CIA? Okay, Marco. Tank seems to be very concerned about Frank Martin by his antics. I see a high level of concern and not just gamesmanship. I disagree with that. But you could be right. Damn, you on point. Wifey. See? See? I know. That's how you got her. That's how you got her, right? She was like, he's so tough. And then you were like, come here, baby. Come here. Put my key in the ignition. All right, that was an awful rendition of that song, but you know where I'm going with it. What up, Keith? In my opinion, it's different when you're fighting somebody. You don't have to worry about somebody else when you're talking to millions. And I get it, but there's still millions of people watching you when you fight. So it's like you're still getting all that judgment. I guess it's just some people maybe are more sensitive to feeling dumb or messing up something they say, and it bothers them less if when they're fighting. You know. Plus, boxing, a lot of times when you're fighting, even when you're nervous energy, when you're throwing punches, you're burning that nervous energy off. When you're talking, you're not. So it's easier to be more stressed when you're talking because you're not like, anybody in here. You start swinging it, even those you don't know how to throw punches, you start swinging at anything for a full round, you will be relaxed as fuck when you're done. But if you talk, you won't be. So you get what I'm saying? So it's all about releasing that nervous energy, letting those endorphins flow. I'm a bodyguard. I work for rich families. You could have said that in the beginning. Executive protection. Trying to confuse a dummy like me. All right. You a big dude? You must be a big dude. You guys remember JD, are you a boxing, big like hardcore boxing fan? You a historian? Do you remember Michael Grant? Big ass heavyweight who Lennox Lewis disposed of? I'm cool with him. He does that. He works for this fucking billionaire dude. He traveled. He's 6'7", former heavyweight contender. He travels with him, with this billionaire dude, and he's his personal protection, like his personal bodyguard. He does that exactly. It sounds like what you do. He travels with this motherfucker, flies in his private jet, all that, always with him. That's what Michael Grant does now. And apparently Michael is making, damn, you guys all just jumped in this bitch, making mad money doing it. Tai Tai, what up? I've met Tay Tay in person. Nice young lady. All right. All these, I got to jump down here because you guys all flew in. Frank leaves himself too open, swings too wide. We're going to see. What are your picks on Spence versus Fundora? They didn't even sign that yet, though, did they? They didn't, right? They didn't sign it. They're talking about it, but is it signed? Because I'm not so sure Spence is going to go through with it. You heard it here first. Hell yeah, I love Grant. Yep, he does what you do. You a big dude? You as big as him? Michael Grant was good. He's a cool dude. You know, his story is crazy. You guys, I actually have the interview. It's on my YouTube. You just have to go in my YouTube and search Michael Grant. He was approached randomly by somebody like at a fucking mall or something. He's like, yo, because he's how big he was. Just out of nowhere, just because of his size. You want to be a boxer? It was a manager. And he was like, yeah, I'll do it. And the rest is history. That's how Michael Grant started boxing. Because he was older. Like he was like 18, or it might have even been in his early 20s when he started. Crazy, right? I don't think he had any amateur fights. But which explains why Lennox Lewis fucking mopped the canvas with him, because huge experience gap. When you're fighting, you block those people out, and when you only focus on one person. Okay. What's up, SI? Is that SI stand for Staten Island? What's your thoughts on about the press conference? Was there another one today? Because I only saw the one yesterday. I'm asking how tall you are. You got to give me a fucking number, Jay. Thanks so much. It was nice meeting you too, King. Many blessings. Boom. Strong Island in the house. Strong Island in the house. I know Drew told me because he had to drive you back there. That shit was mad late and far. What do you make of Tank missing a rival and running? Nothing. The people are absent-minded. You know what I'm saying? People are late to shit all the time. You think he'd be less likely to be late to something like this because he's contractually obligated, but whatever. Will not mess with Michael Grant. Yup. HBO loved Michael. Yeah, he was a good-looking dude. Fucking, ooh, did I just say that out loud? I did, didn't I? Well, let me hit it to myself then.
Tutti frutti, tutti frutti, tutti frutti, tutti frutti.
All right. But good-looking dude, well-spoken, you know what I'm saying? Good fighter, fucking specimen, big dude. Yeah, he's a dream for Spider Rico. Ho! What's up, Spider Rico? Spider Rico's a young amateur fighter. Yesterday. Yeah, I saw it. What do you think about the press conference? Tank is on his Ryan Garcia shit. That's what I think. Did we talk about this yesterday? Tank's on his Ryan Garcia. Oh, no, I watched it after I talked to you guys. That's why. I watched it when I got off from here. Tank is on his Ryan. Have you ever seen Tank that animated? What? He said Floyd talked too much? Floyd wasn't on the stage with him the whole time. He's on his Ryan Garcia shit. I'm telling you. Ryan's rubbed off on people. Tank's bugging out. It's a mix of like playful and kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a little... I know a guy who knows him personally and said that Tank is almost autistic. Like he's very awkward. I don't see that from... I've seen him be a little weird. I would like rubs his arm when he talks. He's like, oh, you know, he gets a little slow when he talks, but I don't think he's autistic personally from what I've seen. But you know, look, I'll tell you right now, a lot of comedians, like you guys know that I have my business is comedy. You guys know the comedian Louis C.K. He is one of the funniest, most warm, personable people on stage. Off stage, that dude is almost on the spectrum how awkward he is off stage. My point is, some people can perform in a certain way in front of the lights, weirdly enough, but then when there's no adrenaline there, there's no everybody watching them, there's nothing to gain from it. When they're just in personable situations, one-on-one social interactions, they fucking are, they get awkward, they get weird. So that's what we might be dealing with Tank. But I never met him in person. So Tank, please don't come cursing at me again. This just what somebody who knows you told me. I never met you, even though you did curse at me. It was rude. Yesterday's conference was hilarious. Yeah, I thought he was entertaining. He was like poking him. He was acting. That's what he looked like. He's 30 years old. Tank was like a little kid, wasn't he? He was that 11, 12-year-old kid. just like having fun and fucking with people and just kind of harmless, but in a harmless way, he was fucking with them. You know what I mean? Dreco, what up? Can Frank surprise the people Saturday night? Of course he can. Will he is a different question. Tutti frutti. Rolly fight. He was kind of talkative. Not like this. Come on. And Frank's a bigger threat. Perceived threat. Yeah, no, he's a bigger threat. People look at Rolly like a sideshow. Spiderico says people think I'm slow. You're not slow. I get what you're not kidding, right? I get what you mean. If people might say that, you don't come off slow. You come off like you're very abstract, and you're probably a really deep thinker, Rico. I could tell. You probably think a lot, probably too much, probably drives you crazy. So, yeah, you might choose the way you describe things is very abstract, and some people might think that's awkward. And a lot of times, people connect awkward with like autistic or weird or slow. But you're not slow because I've heard you talk. You're a smart guy. You're a very smart guy. You just express yourself differently. Slow is somebody who's not smart. There's a big difference. He's just trying to get in Frank's head. Yeah, that's a fact. Frank going the distance with Tank. That might happen. I think Frank just in it for the check. Nah, hell no. He's in it to try and win. Was good, Joseph. Was good, Angel. I hate saying what's. I never say what's good in real life settings, ever. But I say it here. I don't know. That's not who I don't like what's good. I don't like it. It annoys me. It's stupid. Yeah, but it's cool to see another side of Tank. Yeah, it is. A savant. What's a savant mean again? Do you see Benavides? Nah, I didn't. I'm gonna watch it when I get off with you guys. Spiderico says Tank has instinctual intelligence. Instinctual intelligence. He does. Tank, you could see. So you can read it, Rico. When Tank talks, you could tell that he has good instincts. Is what you're trying to say. He picks things up. He picks up social cues. Yeah. He probably is a deep thinker too, which is tough sometimes when you're around people who are not deep thinkers. That could be maddening in itself when you're a deep thinker and your whole everybody around you is not. That could be maddening. I'm not really a deep thinker, believe it or not. How can I watch full boxing matches that you were in? Me? Let me tell you something, Joseph. I only have I have 2 full boxing matches I was in. I did not post the whole thing. I don't think anybody would care. I have one. I have my last amateur fight ever. I have that one. I have all 3 rounds of that, and I have my pro fight that was televised. I have that one. Those are the only 2 I have. Everything else, I have some. And I only have sparring. 1 sparring clip. No, 2 sparring clips. That's it. Because don't forget, I was active in the 90s, right? Cameras were not, unless you brought this shit that goes on your shoulder, and then later on it was the handheld one that was later on. Unless you had that, and people just didn't walk around with those. Those shits were expensive too. It was so much less footage, unless I was a big time TV fighter, which I was not. So, yeah, I'd have to upload the whole thing. Was cracking Alejandro Ramirez Jr. Frank got to start this fight by winning early. Frank got to win all the rounds. Frank has to stay the fuck away from Mr. Davis. Stay away. Range, box, circle, range. Come in, step out. Be elusive. Tank has the offense to do it, but he does not have the defense. I don't think his defense is sharp enough. Not that he has bad defense, but Tank's offense is A-team military sniper type shit. And to stay away from that, you have to be special. Like a Purnell would have been able to stay away from that. But Frank, was Instagram watching your new video. Somebody called me a casual. Which video are you talking about, Dwayne? I dropped 2 today, I think. Okay, I got you. You get it. I put enough of clips. You can kind of see what I did. What I still do. Some of those bag videos, those shits are from now. I'm 47. That's not bad, right? 47. That kind of speed and pop. At 47? Come on. I'm not trying to be arrogant, but come on. Don't front. It's pretty good. I'm not saying I'm the best in the world, but for 47, I'm one of the best 47. I'll say this: I'm one of the best 47-year-olds you'll see with hands. I'll say that for a fucking fact. I guess that's subjective too, but whatever. The video about Naoya Inoue. Oh yeah, the sparring video. Yeah, that was a. Do you guys like that video? I broke down his sparring. Did you guys see it? Curious what you guys thought. That one took me a long time to make, actually. Putting in all the all the little arrows and the breaking down the punches, how they land, slow motioning it. That one took me a while to make. Usually I've gotten them down to a science where I make them quick, but that one took a while because I had to add all the fucking diagrams and the arrows in the text. Can't wait for Shakur versus Tank because that will be real beef and a chess match. I don't think it'll be real beef. And Shakur, I don't like saying this because no disrespect to him, but he kind of bores me when he fights. And I'm not talking about the De Los Santos one because I think he did have a hand injury because he's never been that boring. Just him in general, he kind of bores me. Great fighter, skilled, appreciate the artistry, the pugilistic artistry, but snooze fest. What up, Ryan? Shakur already told us he is running from punchers. Yeah, he said in an interview, like, fuck, he's like, you in that kind of situation? I think he said word for word, he goes, fuck the fans. Just win. And we're like, yeah, we know that's how you feel. There's nothing wrong with that. Floyd did it. The difference is, see, that's why Floyd was genius. He knew that he had to also counterbalance his lackluster boxing style, his newfound, with hand injuries and age, lackluster boxing style. So to counterbalance that, the antidote for that was being flamboyant outside the ring, putting out as flashy fucking hand pad clips as you can. Shit, arguing with your own pops on 24/7. I bet you part of him knew that would get views. I bet you. I'm not saying it was fake. That was a real. You could tell that was real. Father son, like, built up dysfunctional shit going on. But I bet you part of him was like, this is gonna do well. Yup. He was talking about how the Devin. Yup. Yeah. You have to understand though. When Ryan put his foot on the gas, it's not like Devin wasn't trying to fucking get away. He was. Ryan just had too much firepower, albeit steroid fueled or not. He had too much firepower. So people act like, oh, Devin just tried to box, that's why I lost. Yeah, partially. But when Ryan put his foot on the gas, Devin could do nothing. He couldn't get away fast enough. If you all in the chat don't hit the like button, you are tutti frutti. You are correct.
Tutti frutti.
I agree. Win by any means necessary. Yeah. Floyd understood being viral before viral was a thing. Word up. Floyd made people hate him. He had people. Yeah, exactly. That's what. But that's not Floyd. Actually, I was gonna say that's Ali. That's not even Ali. Let's do a little trivia. Who was the first fighter? Who was the first fighter to do that? First fighter to get money, get that money from people not only loving him but mostly hating him. Who's the first one to get a substantial amount of money? 10 seconds. Go. First fighter to do that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Not Ali. 2. Go way back. 1, 0. Johnson, you just got it in. Jack Johnson is correct, Rob. Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson was. Hold on. Why is this doing this? Oh, there we go. Jack Johnson. Oh, wait. Hold on. It's made. I think this is correct. Yeah. Jack Johnson was the first man to earn what would be well over $1 million now. He made mad money. He made 56,000 back then, which was the equivalent of like 2.5 million now. He was the first guy. He knew. He knew partially he was getting back at the white man because he would fight. Do you guys know what Jack Johnson would do? Shit was dope. He would be in there, and it was all white guys. He only fought Sam Langford, who was one of the most underrated, greatest heavyweights of all time, but was never champion because Jack was around when he was around. Kind of like David Tua would have been champ if Lennox wasn't around. He was fighting all white guys mostly, right? And he had to fight tooth and nail to get a chance to fight for the championship. And to do so, he fucking signed away. He gave the dude, the champion, a percentage of his purse for the rest of his life. He had to sign away his life to get that title shot. And he would fight these dudes, right? These white guys. And there would be racist leading up to it. There was a lot of racism, right? So he would literally, as he's fighting him, start doing slave talk like, "Oh, is that right, Massa? How's that feel?" He hit him. How's that feel, Massa? He would say shit like that as he's whooping their ass, fuck with them in a slave voice, right? Fuck with and smile at them. You know what I'm saying? And then he would hold them up. He would fucking crack somebody, talk to him in like a slave voice, like fucking with them, kind of like, you know, your own, like, oh, you're letting a slave beat you. And then as they're about to fall, he would hold them up and keep fucking hitting them. And there's video of this. That's gangster. He had, and this dude would fuck more white women than Bon Jovi. That was a weird reference. I don't know why I use that, but you get what I'm saying. He banged mad white on purpose to be like, fuck you, racist America. I'm going to bang all these white women. We'd be fucking photographed. That's why, let's do another trivia question. What heavyweight world champion refused, and it's not Ali, to be photographed, actually, refused to be photographed with white women, even though he did bang them, refused to be photographed with them because of Jack Johnson. He refused. He didn't want to be seen with any white women on purpose because it gave Jack Johnson so many problems. Who was it? Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. No, the answer is Joe Louis. Joe Louis, it was like a fucking principle, cardinal rule for him. I'm not getting, and he banged mad white girls. He just would not. Ali too, but Joe Louis came first. All right, so you guys seem like you don't give a fuck about the Jack Johnson history, so I'll move on. But to me, that's interesting. Marco, who would you rather get hit clean by, Wilder or Hearns? Hearns. It's like 100 pounds lighter. Who you think had the best trash talk in boxing, top 3? I don't know, man. That's a hard one. Trash talk, like, do you count them backing it up? Because there's a lot of dudes who talk, like Rolly talks great, but he doesn't back it up. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's a... What's up, Ralph? Let's keep it real. Refs from way back when were horrible, and some of them were bought. Yup, that's a fact. Sugar Ray, nah. It was Joe Louis. Mamoon, where you been? You came up yesterday. Somehow we came up with you came up. Oh, we're talking about the 15-year-olds in here. Where you been? D Rich. What up, Marco? I just spit out my water. From which part? Tell me which part. I'm curious what made you laugh. I'll use it again. What part made you laugh? Does Tank have more skills than Mike Tyson? No. I'll be honest. While Mike Tyson never reached the potential he had, right? I'm not saying he did, because his career, when you look at it, and it pains me to say this as a New Yorker, but he had the best combination of speed and power I've ever seen. No. Yes, speed and power. Roy had more speed, but Tyson had more power with the speed. The Jack Johnson references. Oh, that's true. I thought I wasn't being funny. I was telling you what he did. It's what the dude did. Are you laughing at that part? Or I said nobody gives a shit? I don't know what you're laughing at, but I'm glad I made you spit out your water. That dude, man, Jack was nuts. Nuts. He had a gold cap. He had a gold tooth. Who the fuck had gold teeth back then? He was way ahead of his time. Yeah, Jack, I'm so intrigued by Jack, man. I've studied a lot of him. The craziest thing to me was I'm curious what he sounded like, right? Because when he fought, there was no sound. and I was able to pull up a clip of him. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play it for you guys. I don't think I'll get flagged. If I do, I do. There's no way I'll get flagged. All right, before I do this, here it is. Before I do this, I want to ask you guys. Jack Johnson, right? 1908, barely how many years off slavery? You know what I'm saying? Like shit was still. He's from Texas, from the deep South in Galveston, Texas, right? He has a third grade education. Jack Johnson had a third grade education from the deep South in Texas. Never had anything past third grade, deep South in Texas. How do you think he talked? I was so curious. What did he sound like? Right? Now I'm going to play this for you, and you tell me, did you think he was going to sound like this? Here we go. Here we go. Let's do it. Where is it? Where is it? Damn it. How do I do this? How do I play a video that I have on StreamYard? Anybody know? It's not slides. It's video file. Okay, I got to find it. Here we go. All right, there we go. Here we go. You ready? Now you tell me if you guys assume that he's going to sound like this.
I have been requested by many to tell just how I have knocked so many of my opponents out. That day has passed and gone, so far as I'm concerned. Today, I have a new way in knocking them out, and I will show you.
Did you expect him to sound like a fucking college professor? Did you expect him to sound like a college professor? That dude sounds like a college professor. Third grade education from the deep. He even have a fucking southern accent. I thought it was gonna be some deep country shit. Man, smart. Showed you how smart he was for his time. Yeah, he did have a big ass head. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I remember I was so intrigued by that. That's the only clip I've ever found of him talking. It's the only audio I think there is of him, of his voice. He has that like back in the 1800s and early 1900s, they almost still had almost a British accent. People ask how I defeated all of my opponents. Who the fuck talks? That's how they all talk back then. Man, that was pretty dope. Anyway, again, I feel like nobody gave a shit. All right, let's go back to what about Dempsey? I've heard him talk. I actually have my grandfather met Jack Dempsey. I have a picture of Jack Dempsey and my grandfather, which is pretty dope. We met him once. They're like sitting at a restaurant somewhere. I have a question, Marco, for you, unbiased. The Monster or Crawford, pound for pound? You got to go with Crawford because he beat bigger names, but it's not Inouye's fault that there's no big names at his weight division. He still beat everybody. What up, Triller? What up? Yeah, it's not his fault, right? Also, don't forget, guys, the raffle for the gloves. If anyone wants to enter, Cash App is right there. 15. Go for it. I will probably close it off on Sunday. So, yeah, so I'm excited for the fights. Is Gary Russell's fighting, right? I didn't know he was undefeated with all knockouts. I had no idea. When was the last time he fought? Right, dude hasn't fought. I mean, shit, it's been at least 3 or 4 years, right? Or he had one fight that nobody really gave a shit about because I don't even remember it. Jack is the GOAT. Yep, show is. Honestly, I thought, oh, wait. I already went through that. What's going on? No comments? You guys stop talking to me? What happened? We don't talk about Jack Johnson enough. Yeah, no shit. But see how quiet everybody got when I started talking about it? I haven't had a comment in like 10 minutes. People don't give a shit about the old school guys. I wish, but I'm still in high school. Damn. Okay. Saw a pic of you with Floyd. Yeah, man, that was dope. I only met him, was it once or twice? Once or twice. Yeah, it was cool. I mean, actually, I barely talked to him. Now that I think about it. I can't even say it was cool. I mean, he didn't come off like a dick, but it was in Catskill. Back in the day. Medicines taste bad, that's why. What? Medicines taste bad, that's why.
What you talking about, Willis?
What the fuck are you talking about? Thank you for telling me that. I like learning about old school boxers. All right, no problem. What up, Track? Track Boxing 68. Track Boxing 68. What up? What up? What up? Why people aren't commenting? I don't know. Everybody fell asleep. Dez, where you been at? My half Filipino brother. What's up? I just got in. How competitive is Benavidez' fight in your opinion? I think Benavidez washes everybody. That's my personal opinion. I think he washes everybody, but it's going to be interesting and intriguing and exciting because we don't know how he's going to react. One, against somebody who's the same height. He's never fought somebody 6'3", his height. Two, he's never fought somebody who's been a natural 75-pounder. So that I still think Benavidez is going to be one of the greatest fighters we've seen in a long time when it's all said and done. But I need data. I'm not totally sure because he's moving up now. What's going to happen? I know for a fact he would dominate Canelo, and if he wanted to stay at 68, he could go down as the greatest super middleweight ever. Whoa, wait a second. Wait a second. I am sorry.
Y'all must have forgot.
Second greatest super middleweight ever. Next to.
Y'all must have forgot.
Apologies. Call Martin. Can Martin? Yeah, of course he can. Chances 70-30. Yeah, but why are you talking about medicine? It's weird. You taking medicine now? What are you taking? And if you're taking pills, you just swallow them. You don't suck on them. Is Matias versus Paro going to be the best? Oh, they're fighting on that card, or are they fighting on a separate? They're fighting. They're not doing it on that on the Amazon Prime thing, are they? Do you think Frank is still looking for validation from Tank? No, I think he got over that. It doesn't seem like that anymore from the interactions I've seen. Everybody's always asking him at the press conference, fighting. I know. Jack Johnson versus Joe Louis. Joe Louis is the greatest heavyweight champion ever. Pound for pound, era for era. I'm saying medicine is the truth. People don't like truth. Oh. Abstract. The Zone card starts 7 p.m. in Puerto Rico. Yeah, I'm angry with the Zone because I just lost my motherfucking TikTok account because of the Zone. I got to rebuild it. Fuckers. Fucked up. You know, I worked hard, man. I put up mad videos. I work hard on that. Now I got to start all over again because of the Zone. You can't play my clips. After the fight's over, you can't show your minute-long clips. That's copyright infringement. We don't care if people see your clips and want to go to our site and watch the whole fight. You can't copyright infringe us. We need to make our money because we can't pay Devin or Ryan. Because we are...
You're fucking sneaky.
You lousy corksuckers.
That's what the Zone is.
You lousy corksuckers.
Punk ass motherfuckers. They need to stop asking him. Yeah, true. Yeah, man. The Zone fucking got my TikTok account terminated. I'd start a new one. I had like 20,000 followers, all organic. Right? Was making money. Not a lot, but it was building. I had 2.2 million views on TikTok last month. 2.2 million views total, which, whatever. It's still good. Motherfuckers. Usyk smokes Joe Louis because of evolution. Of course. Word up. I can see the pain in your eyes when you talk. I know, man. It's fucked up. Nah, it's like you put a lot of work into it, and like I could fucking use, the money. It's not a lot, but like when you add up what I make from TikTok, from YouTube, from Instagram, it's a. I'm not making that much yet. You guys know I'm not that big. Well, Instagram, I'm actually pretty doing well, but they don't pay. But they don't pay a lot. So when you add it all up, it's still not much, but you have to add it up. So it's like losing one piece of the puzzle, and this shit takes months to build up. Months. Probably gonna take me 3 to 6 months to build it back up. That's 3 to 6 months of money I'm losing now, and followers and momentum, all that. Luckily, my Instagram is my way bigger vessel, thank God. But still, you got it. That's not the logo, my man. The logo was not showing. It was the fact that they knew it was their broadcast that had their announcers. That's what it was. Logos probably stop you from getting automatically picked up. But I don't even use the logos. Mine's Instagram, right? You guys see my shit. I zoom it in, I spread it. You don't even see the logo half the time. It's like a zoom up. Yeah, it's not that. Thanks for the advice, but it's not that. Crazy elders. I know, man. Motherfuckers. Fucking rude. Like, I don't know. You gotta ban me? You know what kind of foul shit people are doing on the internet? Kind of racist shit, fucking hate, all kinds of wild shit. And they ban me for putting a 1-minute clip, bits and pieces from a fight that already happened. I guess their rules, but it's fucked up. They should hit you up and say, we're about to ban you. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get one email. It was just in the app. There'd be a little red thing that says you have copyright strike. I didn't even know that meant you get 3-year out. Maybe I had to click on it. I didn't do that. I don't know. But they didn't make it obvious. When the zone got me, just so you know, that you know how I released the same video on all my platforms, all 4. YouTube, DAZN, Facebook, and TikTok. And they hit me on all of them except Facebook, because Facebook was the last one. They hit each one. It was like one day, 2 days later, the other one, 2 days later, the other one. And then I deleted off Facebook, so they couldn't get me on Facebook. But Instagram banned me for 3 days. I couldn't use TikTok. I couldn't use Instagram for 3 days because of that video copyright strike. They go, hey, there's a strike. You're being banned. You keep this up. They don't even say you have 3 strikes. They say you keep this up. You might lose your account. That's what they say. And that's clear. Like, I can't use my account. Fuck, I better chill. YouTube just took it off and said, chill. We remove this copyright strike. You can't keep doing this or you might get banned. Right? They remove the video and the thing pops up like an alert and all that. TikTok, nothing. They don't even remove it. They just say it's still there. It's a little red thing, little red dot that says copyright strike, copyright claim. Like up top in like the dashboard. That's all. How the fuck am I supposed to? All right, whatever. You guys are gonna get me going on this shit. What's up, Rodriguez? They didn't warn me. I guess their like way of warning is having a little red dot and then with the words copyright strike next to it. That's the way they warn me. They don't fucking ban me or have a thing pop up and make a hole. Like, they don't do all that. It's just a minor thing. And because they're like, not to be racist, whatever, but because they're like Chinese owned and America, we're talking about banning TikTok. I thought they might not give a fuck. Like, they're not going to follow our rules. They're not even in our country. I really did. That was my mistake. I thought they had more tolerance too. But didn't happen. They ban accounts on social media, but they won't ban. That's what I'm saying. And they let like what people say some wild shit. Wild shit. You could fucking bash anybody you want, any race, any color, any person, any what you could do. You could talk about how you hope people die. You could say all kinds of shit. That's up. And just so you know, the same video, this was for the final strike was the Wilder and Zhang video. I saw a fucking show busy adult who was a way bigger channel than me. He had a whole bunch of shit. Clips. Same clips I was playing. They didn't fuck with him. Blue Blood, whatever. All those dudes are like, I'm cool with, but they're bigger channels than me. Why the fuck they go to me? And they hit me on every platform. Maybe that's a compliment. Maybe they like what I'm doing. I don't know. But sucks. Maybe they'll hire me. You guys remember back in the day when they would catch like these 15-year-old kids who would go in and fucking hack into something or like jailbreak the iPhone. First they go in, they slap them on the wrist, then they hire them. Like, yo, you could come work for us. Maybe they'll do that with me. Then I'll shut up. It'll be all worth it. How is Spence and James? I know, it's weird seeing them together. It's because I'm white. Are you kidding? If you're not, I'd love to hear what that has to do with anything. And if you're kidding, that was fun. And I'm not white. My mother's a quarter Puerto Rican. Nah, I'm just kidding. Salute. What up, Legacy? Probably because he's bigger than you. So they let him go because he's bigger? You would think they cut him down because he's bigger. Just getting him in front of more people. The copyrighted, the illegal content's getting in front of more people on a bigger channel. What are you gonna do? All right, what else we got, guys? Talk to me. You guys are quiet. There's like almost 20 of you, which isn't bad. It's not good, but quiet. Very quiet today. Only like the same 3 people talking. Probably because he's bigger than. Maybe I'm boring you guys with the fucking TikTok. I'll stop. I don't. It just aggravates me anyway. So you know better than me. Life ain't fit. Yeah. Well, for a 15-year-old, that's a very astute, deep comment. You're right. Life is not fair sometimes. But one thing you got to do is you got to look at what you have. Corny, cliche, but true. Look at what you have. Don't look at what you don't have. Because that will fucking bring you down. Don't know why Arthur is rushing back in October versus Bivol. Did they sign that? It's definite? That's 4 months. That's really not that soon. Blue always complains about YouTube not saying people. Yeah, they were doing that with me for a while. Yeah, he's completely comfortable with clickbaiting and lying to people for. Oh, come on, Blue's cool. I like Blue. It's my man. It's Pride Month. Who are your most tutti fruity boxers? Okay. Well, we'll go with the first one, who is an admitted tutti fruity. That's Emil Griffith.
Tutti frutti.
Second has to be with that voice and the cross-dressing, Oscar De La Hoya.
Tutti frutti.
Third one. I won't front, and I love this guy. I love him. One of the greatest Puerto Rican fighters ever. And I don't know if it's a Puerto Rican thing, but all the pink he's wearing and all how he sleeps with his trainer and all, like he would share the bed with his trainer and how what he would wear back before wearing pink was fashionable. Miguel Cotto.
Tutti frutti.
What do you guys think? What do you think? Am I wrong? I deleted the comment about Blue since you're cool with his clickbaiting title. Okay. Damn, Oscar got one of those best. He does. But you asked me about the Tutti Frutti. Am I wrong? No. Trill. Don't be stubborn like with Ali. You go right now. You pull up some of the early 2000 videos, those 24/7s of Cotto. This dude rocked all pink. This dude was, I'm telling you, there's a little bit of Tutti Frutti there. Malachi, what up? Thank you. I hate when people say motivation is corny. Did I just say that? Who said that? They're saying match in October, post-knee surgery. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Nah, Floyd didn't come off Tutti Frutti to me. Karam bread. 4 got Floyd's fruitcake bacon ass. What? What up, Millie? Floyd's a zesty. Is that what the young kids say now? That's another word for fruity. Is zesty? Okay. I see you flicking the jab a lot when you're training. Did you use it in your fights as well? Sometimes. I was on my Roy Jones shit. I had that kind of speed where I could just lead with a hook or a straight right, so I didn't have to use it that much. I did. Look at my sparring. Look at my fights. I will lead with a fucking hook or a straight right, no problem. So I didn't have to. But I kind of went through times where I would jab a lot. Nah, Tank's not. He doesn't come off fruity to me at all. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. What's your favorite combination? That's a great question. I don't know. I like doing hard. I would throw combinations that don't come naturally. So throwing left, right, because the natural motion of your body from one side lets you throw the other one from the other side. So like when you throw this way, you end up here, and now you're automatically cocked to throw there. Then you're automatically cocked to throw here. These are the easiest. So I would work on things. This is what you guys should do, you young guys who fight. Dwayne, you guys. Throw the punches that are the hardest, the combinations. So one of the hardest things to do is a hook off the jab. Jab and hook is tough. Jab and then hook the same hand. That's tough, right? Doubling up on hooks is tough. Doubling or tripling up on right hooks is one of the toughest, right? So I would do shit like that, or like I would do double straight rights and then double left hook in a combo. Ba 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 ba, or the other way around. Ba 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 ba. That's hard, right? Then end with an uppercut with the same hand. So you go like ba 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 boop. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would work on. So those were my favorite. The ones that were the ones that were harder to throw because of the natural momentum of your body makes them harder to throw. Marco, it's called the Dempsey roll. What? And Juan Marquez chills with little. Well, Juan Manuel Marquez would, as you guys know, drink urine, which is just inherently a little.
Tutti frutti.
But I don't know if he was. He didn't really come off tutti frutti other than that. Tutti. Let's just say tutti. He didn't come off. No, let's say fruity. Fruity. Let's say fruity. Tutti frutti. Whatever. You were never worried about getting caught not setting up the hook. No, because I was fast. I still am. Rob, you ever see my videos? Am I not fast as shit? Still? I was even not much, believe it or not, but I was a little faster when I was younger. I'm telling you, and I could see punches coming. I had like what was that Marvel, that superhero that everything slows down. He's so fast and he's just like walking like this and everybody's frozen. I would feel similar to that. Not like that. That's obviously exaggerated. I'm not a superhero, but I saw everything coming. I could see things. I think very quickly. So I think, to me, it seems like it's taking a while, the amount of time I have to think, but I'm really processing it like that. So no, I didn't have to set shit up if I didn't want to. What's called the Dempsey roll? Thank you. Quicksilver. What up, Isaiah? Isaiah, GQ, motherfucker. So, yeah, I didn't have to set shit up. Damn, see this? This right here? That's not even my TikTok handle anymore. They fucking deleted it, so I had to change it. Now it's only 2 underscores. See? That's what another thing's annoying. So now both of these aren't the same. They're different, which makes it me harder to find. If somebody knows my Instagram, which is bigger, shit like that's annoying. All right, let me not get into that again. I noticed that you like to experiment with mixing up different types of combinations instead of having a repetitive or more predictable. Hell yeah, that's what you should do. Why would you be repetitive and predictable? What's that going to do? But get you downloaded and read and then fucking countered and set a trapped. Of course. Side to side, using momentum for the next punch. That's called the Dempsey roll? Really? I never heard that. That Dempsey roll sounds more like a defensive move. Okay, I believe you though. So called the Dempsey roll. I never heard that before. I didn't know that. That's called the Dempsey roll, huh? For Jack Dempsey. Because that's how we just mauled people. Okay. Well, yeah. So the Dempsey roll. Anybody could do that. And you know what else anybody could do? Here's another one. When you hit bags, right? This is for you young guys. Anybody in here that boxes. When you hit the double end bag is the best tool for you to learn how to throw combinations, especially unorthodox combinations, harder combinations, right? That's the best one because it's moving. You have to time it. It works everything. Heavy bag just there. With the double M bag, 90% of people hit the double M bag. And world champions, I see it. All they do is this. Bop, 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 straight punches. That's the easiest thing to do. You hit it, it's going to go back. And you hit it with another straight punch, it's going to come back. It's not hard. I would do when you could triple up on the left hook on the double M bag, which is what I fucking did, and then throw an uppercut at the double end bag is how you learn how to throw those unorthodox combinations, those non-Dempsey roll combinations. Because that shit, when you master that, which is what I did, when you're in the ring with somebody's head, their head is way more stationary than that bag. You're going to hit them 7 times before they could even move once. I learned it from an enemy. Okay. It's an interesting name. You've been in here before. What are you laughing at? Has there ever been a great boxer that wasn't good at jump rope? I don't know. You really don't. Like, that's a very specific thing to pay attention to, which I have not. So I'm sure there has been. There's probably dudes who hate jumping rope. I actually liked it because it was rhythm. My daughter's learning how to jump rope, and I'm teaching her. It's rhythm, so I like the rhythm because I'm like a decent dancer. I like dancing and shit. So the rhythm, it's easy for me to keep that rhythm. But some people might not like it. Have Kevin Rooney teach? Of course. Boxing. Don't you know that I lived in Kevin Rooney's house? Literally lived in his house as one of his stable of fighters for almost 2 years. Yeah, that's the style I was taught by him, by Kevin. Is it more important to have faster feet, faster hands, or perfectly balanced combination of both? Faster hands is more important. Having faster hands will beat faster feet anytime because you don't have to have fast feet for defense. You just have to have fast waist movement, right? Fast hands all you need. And that'll also keep, if you have fast hands, that'll also make your defense even less necessary because it'll act as your offense. I can't jump rope for shit. You can learn. It's not that hard. If you ever seen Ryan Garcia, I don't know. Yeah, it's his name. What are you guys talking about? Laughing at Dennis learning from I learned to lift weights from anime. Called it One Piece. Okay. All right, I'm about to bounce out of here, guys. You have any last comments or questions or thoughts or statements or whatever? Had a long day. Tired as shit too. About to have a little snack. Who's your favorite undefeated knockout artist today? Great question. Undefeated knockout artist. Probably Tank. Would David Benavidez be considered an undefeated knockout? Because David Benavidez and Tank, I love. Better BF, I like. I like Victor Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz. I like those guys. Yeah, nobody uses that anymore. It's hard to use. Anyway, all right, guys. Appreciate you. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right. Maybe during the day tomorrow, too. Peace.